So both the rand and local bourse are trading in the green so far today. Tensions over Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan have eased, and markets bet the Bank of England will hike interest rates by the largest amount since 1995 in order to quell inflation. Zwelakhe Mnguni is Chief Investment Officer at Benguela Global Fund Managers, with us now to talk about all of those issues and more. Zwelakhe, welcome back to Daytime Update. As ever, let's pick up right there with the issue of how the markets are looking at noon.
Our markets are looking very positive today. I think the numbers that have come through in the market have been quite positive. And we are seeing also global markets being in the green after the situation in Asia, or particularly Taiwan, was averted yesterday. So certainly a positive day, relief on both the situation that could have been volatile, a war situation that could have developed in Asia, but also you're looking at the data that's come from the U.S. about the inventories on oil and gasoline. They look like they've had some increase in inventory. So it's kind of giving some relief to the market.
And Glencore has published its 2022 half-year report. How are things looking for them?
Look, they look fantastic. I think that the fact that they had under commodity prices has boosted their performance. But I think one thing about them is that they have almost two types of businesses. One is where they produce the commodities themselves. The other one is where they market commodities on behalf of others. And I think that second business is actually quite a good business, because as prices go higher or lower, they don't have to pay any capital into that. And we saw margins coming through strongly in their business, and also that the original commodity where they mine. I think those businesses have done extremely well on the back of high commodity prices.
Just on Glencore, I mean, most mining companies have now, more than halfway into the year, released their first half results. And I wonder, from your reading, can we then conclude that the commodities boom is over for South Africa? And if so, what would that mean for revenue collection?
Yeah, I'd probably say, I mean, from a boom point of view, I would say that you have to take it on as a combination of the rand and the dollar commodity prices. I think if you look where we are in rand terms, I wouldn't say we are over, but I do think that the tax collection would be fantastic in the coming, at least in the next 6 months. They'll report very good numbers from a tax collection point of view. But I think if you look longer term, so 12 months to 18 months out, you'll probably start seeing the pressure coming through, because some of the commodity prices have turned in dollar terms, and the shortages would probably be exacerbated, or at least would actually be relieved by the fact that we may get into a economic slowdown across the world, and that economic slowdown would push demand down, and that would lead to prices falling. So 12 to 18 months out, I'd probably say the boom is over, but I think in the next 6 months we should still see some benefit from particularly the weaker rand.
And let's move away from mining, because Mediclinic has now reached an agreement with its biggest shareholder, that's Remgro. It's a buyout agreement, or at least an offer now, for about 75.3 billion rand. Explain that deal to us.
Yeah, I mean, for years, Remgro has been a major shareholder on Mediclinic, and it looks like in the last 12 months, the members of the board and I think the MSCI, which is, I think, a shipping line business, they basically came together and decided that they would want to take the business completely private. And I think it is understandable from a Remgro point of view that they've got all these businesses that they've been selling, and they're generating cash, and they basically need to deploy that cash somewhere. So this was one asset that they believed in for many, many years, and they're looking to take it out. And another side is that we need to give the board of Mediclinic some credit for standing up to Remgro in terms of the initial offer. They pushed the offer to about 50% above the original price before the offer was announced. So I think they did very well, and I think the company would probably be going through now the legal processes to try and close that transaction. But it's a fantastic achievement by the independent board members of Mediclinic.
So, Zwelakhe Mnguni, good to chat to you. Thank you very much for being on Daytime Update today.
Thank you.